What's up guys? Today I want to show you how to cook a nice homemade pizza calzone. This type of pizza is a folded pizza which originates from Naples, and I want to show you how to cook it by using a cooking pan and the grill program of the oven. Let's go! The ingredients are 244 grams of water, 305 grams of Caputo Nuvola flour type 0. If you don't have it, you can use Manitoba flour type 0. 6 grams of olive oil, 6 grams of salt, 2 grams of sugar, 2 grams of brewer's yeast. As a first step, we have to dissolve the yeast into the water. Then we have to add gradually the flour into the water. When you reach this type of consistency, you have to add the salt and all the sugar. And then we have to add gradually all the remaining flour. When all the flour is incorporated, we have to add the olive oil, and we have to incorporate the olive oil into the dough. I suggest you to repeat this movement because we want to give strength to the gluten mesh. The dough now is very sticky since it's 80% hydration dough. We have to cover the dough with a dish and wait for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, you have to oil the surface, and then you have to make a procedure called slap and fold. And then you have to put it back in the container, and you have to cover with a dish for other 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we have to repeat the same procedure. Okay, other 5 minutes in the container covered with a dish. After 5 minutes, we have to fold the dough in this way. So we have to do from the left to the right in this way, from the right to the left. Okay, then up and down. Okay, and then we have to put the dough into an oiled container that have to be closed hermetically. Okay, we have to put the dough into the fridge and let it rest for 20-22 hours. While resting in the fridge, we have to fold the dough in order to give it strength. We have to repeat this procedure after at least 3 hours for at least 3 times while resting in the fridge. So wet your hands and fold the dough in this way. If you are fast, you can do in this way. Okay, and then we put it back into the fridge. After 20-22 hours, we have to divide the dough, and we need a bit of semolina in a kitchen scale, and we have to sprinkle the surface with the semolina. Wet your hands with water and divide the dough into pieces. Each piece of dough has to be 230 grams. And then we have to close the dough. It is very important that this bowl have to be closed very well on the bottom. Okay, And then we have to put this bowl into a container, just a bit of semolina. And this bowl have to rest for 3-4 hours at room temperature, let's say 25 degrees. The container have to be closed hermetically. Before cooking, you have to preheat the oven 1 hour before. You have to put a refractory stone on the second floor, and you have to preheat the oven at maximum temperature. The program have to be fan oven. Before cooking, you have to prepare some ingredients. The tomato sauce, you have to add a bit of salt, olive oil and fresh basil. Ricotta, you have to add a bit of water and black pepper. And mozzarella that have to be cut in 2 shapes. Little cubes that have to go inside of the calzone and little strips that have to go outside. And then we will use for 2 different types of calzone, the salame or if you want, mortadella. And then never forget to add the basil on the top. Now we have to preheat a cooking pan that have to reach 250 degrees of temperature, not more. This is the dough after 3 hours. Okay, now we can stretch the calzone. We have to add semolina on the top of the dough. And then we have to sprinkle the surface with the semolina. Now I want to show you how to stretch a pizza calzone. It's a bit different with respect to the normal pizza. You have to remove the borders this way. Okay. We have to add ricotta on the bottom. Then the little cubes of mozzarella. And then the salame. In this case we use salame. We have to fold the dough in this way. Okay, close very well. And then we have to make a little hole here, because otherwise the calzone will explode while cooking. We have to put the calzone into the cooking pan. Okay, and then we have to cover. Have to cook for something like 1 minute. After 1 minute, we have to add the tomato sauce on the top, without exaggerating. Other 30 seconds. Now we can add the mozzarella on the top. We have to cook the calzone with the grill program for 6 minutes. I added some fresh basil. Now I want to show you the cut of the calzone. It's really nice. And that's it. Thanks for watching and see you next time.